And now pay attention, Carol, because we have a very important warning. Scammers are using fake profiles to trick women and take money from them. Carol, it's true that these criminals have been using the image of American billionaire Elon Musk to attract victims.
The case we're going to tell you now is about a woman who was about to sell her house to help her supposed virtual boyfriend financially, and the money wasn't sent.
Carol, because her children found out in time.
I love you too.
I love you too. A woman responding to declarations of love from her average boyfriend. The voice is that of a mature woman, a widow who lives in Goiás, in a small town 80 kilometers from the center of Brasilia. We won't show her face to protect her. I love you. The man responds, I want to prove my love for you through my actions and words. I don't want you to have any doubts about my affection and loyalty to you. Pay attention to the name the woman says. My love, I love you. The woman believed she was talking to billionaire Elon Musk.
Formosa Geo, I has just over 110 inhabitants. A city that, despite being next to the federal capital, still has inland areas. 10% of the population is made up of people aged 60 or over. The economy is strong in agriculture, and the industry has a high GDP per capita, an average of $25,000 per person. The residents here can be an easy target for the so-called virtual love scammers.
You are my gratitude for being you in my life. Romantic, affectionate, attentive, sent her a car, that Tesla car. But the car had an accident and she became illiterate because of taxes. Life has been much richer and more rewarding since I met you. We can tell that it is the voice of artificial intelligence. Your mother didn't even notice that. My mother didn't even notice that. My mother doesn't know much about cell phones or social networks. She doesn't know much about them. The couple even exchanged intimate photos and made a blood pact. Okay, my love, I hope your finger doesn't hurt anymore. This is a really good antibiotic spray.
The children began to realize that their mother was being scammed because she no longer talked to her family. She was always on her cell phone.
The children began to realize that their mother was being scammed because she no longer talked to her family. She was always on her cell phone. We had access to her phone. From then on, we found out everything, right? There are many messages asking for money on the website. Every hour there is an excuse to ask for more deposits. Why did he ask her for money? Because all his money was tied up. Because Biden tied up all his money when he made charges, the scammer stopped being romantic. My love, 0 reals is deposited. I'm going to send you 500 reals and I'm going to keep 100 reals, my love. I have to keep a little bit, my love is small. Go deposit another 0 reals right now because my manager is very angry with me. Later, these transfers gradually increased. The victim took out two large loans. One for 62,000 reals. Another for 96,000 reals. It is estimated that the victim's losses total more than 150,000 reals to date. She has two pensions, a military woman and a pension from the state of Rio Grande do Sul, and today her salary is completely compromised. At first, Elon Musk falsely said that the money was to pay a supposed reverend who would pray for the couple to stay together, then to pay for the fuel for the plane that would come to pick her up. And finally, he wanted his virtual wife to send him money to invest in Bitcoin. That's when the woman decided to advertise the sale of her own house. And he wanted her to sell her house for around 500,000 reals, which is a much lower value than her house. And 3 days later, which was a maximum of days, he would return 3.5 million reals to her. When this happened, the children went to the police. And we recommended that the family request the judicial authority to interdict her. The public prosecutor's office ordered access to the messages on the social network.
My children went to the ministry and reported me sending money to Elon. And that little money I sent you was for you to invest in coins. I have to prove it to the prosecutor. To this day, the receipts have not reached the courts. The children requested that their mother be financially interdicted.
The investigations indicate that the fraudster did not act alone. The suspicion is that he is part of a structured and experienced criminal organization. There are two men,
one from Curitiba in Parana, another from São José do Rio Preto in São Paulo, and a woman as well. We have already identified the account that was used to receive the amounts. But these accounts are opened with false documentation. We need these facts to be reported. I contacted the lawyer Cleonice from São Paulo and went to the police and the courts. She was also a victim of the fake Elon Musk scam. After losing 16,000 or the equivalent of 96,000 Brazilian reals sending money to the fake billionaire to invest in a digital currency wallet, you start to feel desperate because you start to lose your identity. You don't know who you are anymore. The conversation seemed harmless, full of affection and promises of easy profits. First, someone offered me cryptocurrency. Then he started talking and the deal was plausible. 30% profit. To make it seem more real, the scammer had the help of artificial intelligence. And he puts on a show that you believe. When she discovered the scam, she was already emotionally involved.
I like you. I don't care if you don't know Joel. I like you. I'll help you. What connects these two stories, miles apart, are false promises of love. Money and the false attention that scammers give to their victims.
I think we kind of fell in love because he already had money. He knew I wasn't going to deposit any more. The account was blocked and he found a way to get in another way to talk to me. He said, I can't live without you. I can't. What have you done to me? I can't live without you. And I couldn't either.
In Goiás, the story ended in a legal dispute between the son and mother. The victim from Goiás didn't want to talk to our production team.
You can call my lawyer.
In the statement, she acknowledges that she was the victim of a scam, and that she agrees to present proof of payment and the contact details of the person who requested the money. She considers us her enemies for what we did. We took the love of her life. Chloe hopes that justice will find those responsible, but she still has to suffer the consequences of what happened.
When all this is over, I think I'll always have that feeling. I wonder if someone is watching me. I wonder if someone is watching me. I wonder if they're following me.
This cybercrime expert gives 5 tips for potential victims and for those who know someone in this situation. First, check if this person exists. If they're real, if they have photos on social media, if they have a circle of friends. Second, always be suspicious if this person asks for a loan or asks for your personal information. Third tip, spelling mistakes. Fourth point, when we look here at scams designed with artificial intelligence, they are still using robotic voices. And lastly, if you realize that you're falling for a scam, report it to the platform immediately. And contact the local authorities. My advice is this. When you see that it is something very unattainable, get out. Get out because it doesn't exist, you understand. I just gotta be a fairy.